Hello everybody, JohnJoker12 back here again with another video, and today I bring you once again another Arrow Season 3 episode review. Today I'm reviewing episode 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, episode 5, The Secret Origin of Felicity Smoak. Yes, all of us Felicity Smoak fans can cheer and uproar through the fact that we're getting an entire episode dedicated to her secret origin. Yes, and it's a very interesting secret origin to say the least. I mean, come on guys. We're getting a goth Felicity Smoak. Okay, I mean, like, we got to visually see that. I mean, just take it. Okay, let's just take this in for like a couple seconds. Let's take this in. Jesus, I tell you, people, these pants are not getting any looser. Anyways, sorry about that. Anyways, this entire episode was completely dedicated to Felicity, and I kind of had, like, I had two kind of sides that differed with each other as to whether or not I would really consider this a good episode, because for one, I think it's good that that they did this where they actually dedicated an episode to her, because we don't really get to have a standalone, straight up, like, oh, Felicity's the hero of the day kind of episode, you know? I mean, we kind of got that here and there throughout Season 2 and whatnot, and also, another thing that I really didn't like was the fact that they did it in the first place, because I hate it when Arrow does this, when they have a main plot line and they, like, dedicate an entire episode that's not a part of that main plot line. I mean, like, they did this a lot in Season 2, and based off this, I can kind of guess that we're going to get a lot of it in Season 3, which is where we have episodes that differ from the main plot line, like kind of similar to what they did in Season 2. Like, for example, the Birds of Prey series, if you will. I mean, like, instead of dealing with, you know, the Deathstroke plotline or the Mirakuru plotline, if you will, they have episodes like Birds of Prey where they dedicate on, you know, the women and whatnot, and Sarah and, you know, whoever, what have you. This one, where we have, you know, the discovery of Sarah Lance's killer, and also the upcoming threat of the League of Assassins, which is huge kudos to CW for achieving it. We have to have, you know, Felicity Smoak episode. So it is, I'm completely 180 on it. You know, it's 50-50 with me. I mean, like, I like it, but at the same time I don't, because I like it when you deal with the main plot line. You know, just deal with that. You know, I want to see League of Assassins versus Team Arrow, and I want to see how that, you know, develops through the season. And of course I want to see the TV Justice League, which we all know is going to happen later on in the series. So it is kind of what have you, but nevertheless, the entire episode opens up kind of hysterically. We have like a very 80s montage of just, like, various people training. You know, we have Oliver, you know, doing some sparring with Roy. We have Merlin teaching, you know, some sword play, if you will, with Thea, and then we got, you know, Laurel training with Ted Grant, who doing some boxing sessions, which is cool to say the least. I mean, like, it's good that we finally got some more stuff like that, and I'm still like not 100% into Ted Grant, Wildcat in this series, but what have you, it's whatever. He's not really going to be a part of Team Arrow technically, so it doesn't really matter. He's not going to be, as far as we know, he's not going to be wearing his costume, so I don't really see him training Batman anytime soon, or training, you know, Arrow, being like, you want to box, you fucking little bastard? Come here. I don't know. I find that highly unlikely. But nevertheless, I thought it was kind of funny because, you know, we have this training sessions with all these characters, and then, you know, it ends with Felicity doing her really cheap, you know, homemade kind of training session, which is basically just doing sit-ups and shit, which I thought was kind of funny. And then, you know, you just add insult to injury, where you have, like, Ray Palmer come in, and, like, we finally got Ray Palmer again, because he wasn't in last week's episode, if I'm not mistaken. And it was kind of funny to have him in there, and then, like, we get to see Felicity Smoak's mom, you know, which is pretty interesting, and they have this entire little triangle threesome, if you will, of a sequence, which is kind of funny and all in all. And then we get some flashback sequences. Yes, the flashbacks are back, a little bit more detailed than the prior flashbacks, because, you know, You know how they've been slagging a little while in the previous season, but not previous season, previous episode, I mean. But the majority of the flashbacks in this episode is mostly Felicity Smoak, which has a lot to do with what happens in the real time in the episode itself, which is, of course, the virus. Apparently 5 years ago, Felicity, in her goth days, if you will, in college with, her roommates or her shitty ass boyfriend, apparently developed this group where they're going to be activists and save the world or take over the world or whatever the fuck college people think of. I don't know what the fuck. Nevertheless, she created this virus that apparently can do God knows what the fuck. I don't understand none of that tech shit. I'm a dumb. What do you expect? But nevertheless, she created a virus, people, and it's taken over Starling City, and we need to find out who the fuck's doing that. Simultaneously, we're having a whole bunch of other problems with Felicity and her mom. She doesn't really like her mom. They don't really get along, and she wants to be in her life, and it's blah, 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 all that horse shit. And also, on the sidelines, we have Oliver and Thea's relationship, kind of rocky. Thea wants to live her own life. Oliver wants her to be like his little sister again, like how she was in prior seasons, which is obviously not going down the way he wants it, because obviously, wink wink, you didn't really see it, but in the background she was training with Malcolm Merlin, your supervillain, asshole. Think outside the box. But nevertheless, she fucking wants to live her own life. He doesn't want that because he's an asshole. And then we got the virus. The virus is taking over Starling City. Shutdowns going down, heat, whatever. And then we find out to realize that the person who is using Felicity's virus that she created 5 years ago is her actual dead boyfriend, who's actually not dead. Apparently he faked his own death. Obviously, most Arrow characters are actually good at that. They're good at faking their own deaths. Anybody can fake their own death in fucking the Arrow universe. I don't know why that's possible. So I don't know why that's so really easy to do in the Arrow. Doesn't anybody find that weird? In the comment section below, let me know why it's so easy to fake your own death in the Arrow universe. Why can't I do that in real life? Like, I want to just fake my own death so I can just go off and do whatever the fuck. Live in the mountains, I don't know. Anyways, he's fucking trying to use Felicity to accomplish whatever they wanted to accomplish back in the day with the virus overall. Of course, it completely backfires. Team Arrow comes in, they break in the whole situation, if you will, between, her ex, Felicity, her mom, whatever. Of course, everything's done, they save the day. Felicity kind of saves herself in a way. Kind of interesting. You didn't really need Oliver Arrow to come in. If anybody found that kind of, if you watched the episode, you know that, what, if he didn't come in, it wouldn't really make that much of a difference. All she had to do was do what she eventually did, and that was pretty much it. Yeah. Anyways, the day is saved. In true Arrow fashion, the day is saved. And that's pretty much it. That's the extent of the episode, people. Pretty much, Felicity saves herself. She stops the virus from doing God knows what the fuck it was designed to do, because once again, I don't know what the fuck it means. And you pretty much have what you have. It's pretty much good job, well done. Pretty much, she learns a life lesson with her mom being there, because over the course of the episode, they obviously weren't in good terms, but now they're in good terms, and that's always good. It's always good to, be in good terms with your mother and whatnot, and, yeah, it is what it is. Anyways, we also get some more sequences with Oliver and Thea. Apparently, Oliver is accepting the fact that Thea's her own person, she's going to do her own things and whatnot, which is pretty cool. I also kind of find it strange, how that kind of developed, because, in the sequence itself, Thea asks Oliver to move in with her because she's obviously opened a new lease on her new apartment or whatnot. Oliver, and also a good question, where was Oliver staying this entire time? We didn't really get that, did we? Like, where was he sleeping? Was he just sleeping in the Arrow Cave the whole time? Like, where is he sleeping? I don't know. Anyways, apparently he's taking up the offer of, rooming up with his sister again, being in the same house, and then we get this really odd sequence of apparently Malcolm way out there in the skyscrapers, apparently watching the whole thing go down, which really makes me, and I hope all of you, wonder. It's like, why is that? I mean, we all know that Malcolm, the sole purpose of him being in Starling City is to watch over Thea and make sure nothing goes awry with her. But was this a setup? I just want to know, is this like some kind of secret setup to screw over Team Arrow and Oliver specifically? Because why would Thea want Oliver to move in that apartment with her? And why would Malcolm watch the whole thing? I mean, come on. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm just trying to speculate here. I personally think either A, Malcolm has some kind of secret plan to screw over Oliver and he's using Thea, or B, it's just Thea's way of, like, getting in good with Team Arrow so she can one day, and possibly, some point in this season, join Team Arrow, and hopefully with Malcolm Merlyn, maybe. I don't know. That's just my speculation. In the comment section below, let me know what you personally think. But overall, the episode, it was pretty decent. It wasn't really amazing. I would have hoped or liked to seen some more, elaboration on the prior week's episode, which I consider the best episode out of this entire season. I'm just trying to say, people, like, in comparison to The Flash in this season, The Flash has been beating Arrow Season 3 hands down. But last week's episode was really pretty epic and awesome, and of course we got our big review of Ra's al Ghul, so I was hoping for some more elaboration on that, but apparently it was just a simple, like, side story just for the sake of, having, more episodes to the fucking season. But nevertheless, it was decent, it was good, it was good to see, Felicity finally have some more things to do. I'm going to give this episode a good 7.5 out of the entire thing. I mostly say that because there was a lot of things I didn't like in this episode. I mean, like, granted, it's not a humongous episode that deserves a lot of craziness or epicness, but at the same time, you could have, like, upped the ante, I mean, like, come on, guys, we've lived through the Deathstroke, fucking power struggle. Let's fucking get some epic scenery here, even with your weakest character. Fucking let's have some kind of epic stance here. I don't know, that's how I kind of felt. And also, doesn't anybody find it kind of weird that Felicity Smoak kind of, like, cries in every fucking sequence she's in? It's almost like, in almost every episode so far, she's, like, crying in almost all of them. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a douche, but I don't know, it's just, I'm not finding it healthy to have your actress cry in every episode. It's just unnecessary. This is supposed to be a comic book TV show. I mean, come on. I granted Arrow is not supposed to be lighthearted like The Flash, but come on, I don't know. We haven't reached the climax to the point where we can have, a big cry out where we gotta, like, hold each other and be, singing songs and, like, we gotta save the day. This is just a simple, you find out your ex-boyfriend who you thought killed himself is actually alive and he's using your virus to take over the city. But at the same time, you don't really need to cry about it. I don't know if that's me being cold-hearted, but I'm just saying. Anyways, it was a decent episode, but it wasn't amazing, and I would have personally liked some more elaboration with the Ra's al Ghul League of Assassins plotline. And of course, I mean, come on, guys, we've yet to find out who killed Sarah Lance. I know we have all season, but I'd like to have some kind of a lead. I mean, granted, it could be Ra's al Ghul, but who knows? And of course, let's get into some interesting plot points that happen in this episode. First off, we got some mentions of Felicity Smoak's father, and of course, we didn't get any names. As we all know, in the series itself, Felicity Smoak's dad, of course, left her and her mother back when she was a kid, and he has been unnamed throughout the entire series so far. But my speculation is that, does that mean, with this episode being, a big thing so far, like, does that, and we finally get some, good intel on, like, Felicity Smoak's character from her prehistory, does that mean we're going to get more stuff like this? Like, that's what I'm trying to think of. It's like, does that mean, like, in a future episode we might get Felicity's dad come in, I'm just trying to speculate. And of course, I got a good idea as to who Felicity Smoak's father is, but I'm not going to let anybody know yet. I'm not going to reveal that. But of course, in the comments section below, let me know what you personally think. Who is Felicity Smoak's unnamed father? And do you think we'll see him anytime soon? If we get another Felicity Smoak topic episode, I'm pretty sure it should be about her father, and he finally comes in. I have a good idea as to who it is, but in the comment section below, let me know what you personally think. And of course, the last sequence in the entire episode itself is, of course, we finally get a flashback, apparently, of who actually killed Sarah Lance. Apparently, we all know Sarah Lance's killer is someone she knew personally, but apparently we got a sequence of apparently Roy actually killing Sarah. Apparently, he was the one who was throwing arrows, not shooting them, but throwing them, and he was wearing his costume, his signature costume that he mostly wore in Season 2 when he was under the roid rage, if you will, of the Mirakuru. And he kind of looked like that, and he was attacking Sarah Lance. Now, this is apparently, based off the teaser for next week's episode, is going to be the main topic of the following episode. So I'm just trying to get what you personally, all you fans think. In the comment section below, what do you personally think? Do you think it's the Mirakuru, like, disease in his brain, like, affecting him still or something? Do you think, like, he still has a little bit of Mirakuru in his brain or something? Because similar to Slade Wilson, even though he had the Mirakuru taken from him, he still hated Oliver. Of course, there's various reasons for that. I mean, of course, they had long history in the island for them to hate each other, but maybe Roy's, like uncomfortable, like, sequences with Sarah from Season 2 kind of still had, some kind of effect in his brain and, like, in the back of his head. So, like, when Sarah came back, maybe he was like, you know what, fuck you, and he kills her. I don't know. Or maybe it was just a bad nightmare that's, maybe it's a vertical thing. I don't know. There's lots of speculations to go by. We'll find out in the following episode. But it was really fucked up and interesting, to say the least, to see Roy actually killing Sarah. Now, my speculation is, I don't think Roy actually killed Sarah, but you never know. I mean, Arrow is pretty good at coming up with some crazy twists on the show, so you never know. Maybe he did under, like, some kind of Mirakuru kind of trance or something, or maybe some kind of vertical trance. But we'll see in the following episode. But nevertheless, it was a good episode. Could have been better, but it was amazing nevertheless. In the comment section below, let me know what you personally thought about this episode. What did you think about my review of this episode? Let me know what you personally thought about a goth Felicity Smoak. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How could you not like it? What did you think about the secret twist at the end of Roy killing Sarah? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's just a nightmare? And in the end, what did you think overall of this Felicity Smoak topic episode? I personally liked it, like, once again, but it could have been a lot better. And there wasn't any Flash episode that premiered this week, but next week The Flash is back on air to show episode 5, and I can't wait to see that. So definitely come back from my channel to check out my review of that Flash episode, and of course I'll be back next week to review another episode of Arrow. So nevertheless, that's been my review of Arrow Season 3, Episode 5, The Secret Origin of Felicity Smoak. Subscribe to my channel if you've not done so already, and that's going to be it. This has been John 12. Hope you guys enjoyed.